Well, I'd be lying to you if I told you I didn't like to fish in the cold weather. October, November, December, the fall and winter, those are my favorite seasons to troll for walleye. But in the fall, those surface weeds we all know can be an absolute nightmare to fish in. Any weeds on any of your crankbaits, you're just not going to catch the fish. But I've got two things that I want to share with you that I use to keep those weeds at bay. First is this odd looking thing here, which is nothing more than a bent and twisted piece of stainless steel wire. Honestly, you can actually make this out of a coat hanger wire if you really wanted to. I actually stole this idea from the local muskie anglers. But man, this really works well, and all you have to do is attach it to your main line swivel snap like this. Close that up, and then grab yourself a piece of 4 or 6 foot leader line, snap on both ends, and then clip that to your other snap like that, and that is it. And what that does is it prevents the weeds from sliding down the main line all the way down to your bait and fouling the action of your lure. Essentially, those surface weeds will get hung up on your planter board and ride along with the board. However, many do not, especially those just below the surface. What happens is they get hung up on the line, and as you continue to troll, they slide down your main line and eventually get hung up on your baits. But with this little piece of wire, they get caught on this instead, keeping your lures free of weeds and allowing them to do what they need to do, and that is to catch the fish. Now, what I really wanted to share with you is this. I love running 2 crankbaits in tandem when I'm trolling for walleyes. Crazy? Maybe. I get a few raised eyebrows and head shakes, but that's okay. However, at this time of year, this is acting as my weed guard. And believe me, when the weeds aren't present, you are gonna love catching 2 walleyes at once. And trust me, it happens way more often than you think.
Oh, it's a nice one.
Nice walleye. Nice walleye. Now, naturally, don't expect any action from the lure in the front. It's kind of like dead sticking, and oftentimes less is best, and that is exactly what the walleyes want. And you'll be surprised at how many times walleyes will smash this one over the running crankbait. Now, this idea came to me many years ago because I used to do a lot of whipping with my cousin in the Algonac, Michigan area. So running tandem baits is nothing really new to me. I just took those ideas and I applied them to trolling here on the Great Lakes. If you're going to do it, you have to make sure that this is not a deep diving crankbait, it's a floater. This is the BX Rapala Minnow, and the original Rapala will work very well for you as well. This does not affect the action of your deep diving crankbait that's trailing the one in the front. Now, if you're going to do this, which I highly recommend, you are going to have to be aware of the rules and regulations because they are very different between Canada and the US, from province to province to state, from state to province, and even within the same bodies of water. So you have to be aware. Here in Ontario, I'm allowed 3 hooks per line. Each treble hook in Ontario counts as 1 hook. This is 2 hooks. This is 3 hooks. As I'm only allowed 3 hooks per line, I am maxed out. This is all that I can run when I'm running in Ontario waters. Now, Michigan defines it a little different. They too are only allowed 3 hooks per line, but this counts as 1 hook. As long as there is a gang of 5 or less hooks per lure, that counts as 1 hook. So I can run up to a maximum of 3 of these in tandem in Michigan waters. Very different rules between the two. You know, there are many different ways to achieve weed control. I've seen beads put on the main line. I've seen split shots crimped on the main line. I've even seen planter board clips put on the main line to catch the weeds. But regardless of what you do, don't let those nasty fall weeds keep you from getting out and possibly catching the biggest walleye you've ever caught. Until next time, be safe and have fun, guys. much snow. That's a beauty.
Oh, yeah.
Bigger than mine.
Bring it down.
Bring it down, so I'm with it.
That's a nice one.
Yep. See, as you can see, one of the dangers of fishing in the fall is you got that turnover in the temperature of the water and the air, and this is what can happen. Instant fog where you can see absolutely nothing.